All right, let's look at the homework 1.5, problem number 3. All right, so we have a limit of f of x as x approaches c is given to be 6 over 5, and the limit of g of x as x approaches c is given to be 4 over 5. Then we can just use the property of limits to evaluate the following limits. All right, so let's do that. All right, so since it's addition, so we can actually basically distribute the limit. So we take the limit of f of x as x approaches c, and then you do a limit of g of x as x approaches c, right? So we basically take the limit separately, then carry out the addition later. But we know that the value here, all right, so value of the first limit is given to be 6 over 5. And the value of the second limit is given to be 4 over 5. So if you do addition, so you can see that it has a common denominator already, so I'll just put 5 on the bottom. And then you have a 6 over 5 plus 4 over 5, which is going to give you 10 over 5, and which is 2. Right, so we got that. How about the next one? All right, so multiplication is the same way. We do the limit first separately. So we're going to do a limit of f of x as x approaches c. So we carry this out first. Then we're going to just do the limit of g of x as x approaches c. Right? Oops. Then again, so these two values are given, so we know that this factor is a 6 over 5, and this factor here is 4 over 5. So we can multiply them together, right? So you have a numerator is 6 times 4, and denominator is 5 times 5. So this is 6 times 4 is 24, and 5 times 5 is 25. So 24 over 25. All right, the last one, we can take the limit of the numerator and the denominator separately. So you have a limit of f of x as x approaches c over limit of g of x as x approaches c. Right? So this is going to be, so on top value, I'm going to go ahead and put it in, 6 over 5. All right, the bottom is 4 over 5, right? All right, how do we simplify? We can just multiply, since you have I don't like having a fraction inside a fraction, so I'm going to multiply the top by 5 and also the bottom by 5, because as long as you're multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same non-zero value, the value of the fraction never changes, right? So we have, so 5 cancel out, and the 5 cancel out, right? And another thing we can do is 6 and 4, maybe I'll just write that first, clean that up. So 6 over 4. All right, but the 6 is an even number, so I'm going to divide by 2 to get 3, and divide 4 by 2, you get 2. Right, so this is equivalent to 3 over 2. Right, so let's type it in. All right, so we got 2 as the first answer. Second answer was 24 over 25, and then last answer was 3 halves, was it? All right, so let's check the answer. All right, it came back, and looks like we got all 3 correctly. Right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.